Ladies and gentlemen, reunited, and it feels so good. Welcome to another episode of the Kings of the South podcast and NFC South podcast. I'm your host, Corey, and finally making his triumphant return to the podcast. Give it up for my better half, my co-host, Mr. TJ Hodges. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go. I'm back, baby.
Yeah,
It
man.
feels good to say that,
Oh
man.
yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a hot little minute, man.
In like 2 weeks since I've recorded, I have been under the weather and I have been getting um, kindly killed at work.
Yeah,
So
man. Yeah,
so
man.
it's been pretty chaotic.
Yeah, man. Rona almost took my boy up out of here, man. But he fought back. You know what I'm saying? He's a fighting champion.
I had flu. I had or not flu. I had allergies. I had
Uh,
allergies. Don't
I
believe
know.
them.
I'm just gonna say it was the Rona, guys. It was the vid. My boy was fighting the vid, man.
I'm
But
just gonna say that I got put on the injury reserve.
hey, man. Well, speaking of injured reserve, we're gonna get to our topic today is going to involve someone who is currently on the injured reserve list that is ranked significantly higher than uh well we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But first, yeah, glad to see you back, my guy, back healthy,
Yeah.
back to doing what we do best, man. And
Hey, you already
you,
know.
it's hard driving the bus by yourself, man. You need a
Oh yeah,
you need a wingman. So,
yeah.
it's
You
good
need
to
that energy.
oh yeah. I don't know how these podcasters do it. They just by themselves and they just talk for an hour. Jesus Christ.
I
I can't do
I
it.
couldn't talk to the air all night,
I,
man. I'm
I can't
sorry.
I can't do it, man. But
It's more fun when you got someone with you.
absolutely. So well, let's go ahead and dig into it, man. So a while ago on I can't remember what podcast it was. Uh my co-host here, TJ, made a controversial statement, controversial to some. He feels it was justified. He made a statement that Bryce Young is currently a top 10 quarterback in the NFC. And I don't know if, you know, God's timing is funny. So I believe like a little ways after you say that, maybe like a couple of days or so, Kyle Brandt goes on Good Morning Football and he releases his quarterback tiers for the NFC South. I mean, not NFC South, but NFC. And
Yes.
let's just say he does not have Bryce Young in the top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's first let's talk about the list. He got them separated into 7 tiers. The first quarterback in tier one in a tier of his own, Jalen Hurts. And I respect it.
I mean,
Uh
rightfully so.
rightfully so. I have a take about it, but I'll get to that after I reveal the entire list. Next in tier two, there's 3 quarterbacks. It is Dak Prescott, it is Kirk Cousins, and it is Matthew Stafford. Um, tier
Fair.
tier three, Derek Carr, Jared Goff, Geno Smith. Tier, tier four, there's another 3 quarterbacks: Daniel Jones, Justin Fields, and Kyler Murray. He made the list. Tier five is Baker Mayfield and Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Uh, we're almost done. Oh, we done round them up, folks. We round them up.
You done got me.
All right. Uh, tier six, it is Jordan Love, Desmond Ritter, and Sam Howell. And last but not least, in tier seven, and a tier on his own, BY9 is affectionately what you Panthers fans are calling him. Bryce Young. Now, before we unpack it, it is to note that Kyle Brandt usually puts rookie quarterbacks at the last tier because he says they're unproven. But with that being said, there's a lot of unproven quarterbacks on this list that are higher, significantly higher than so without further ado, I'm gonna just let you loose, buddy. You go for it.
Okay. So I'm going to refer back to you when I'm talking here because I'm gonna be honest, fans. I didn't know that list until Corey just said it because I don't pay attention to Kyle Brandt. No disrespect to him, but I think some of his takes are very spicy
Yeah,
for my liking.
yeah,
And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. How the hell you got Sam Howell,
yes,
you got Baker Mayfield.
yes.
Okay, I'll give you Desmond. Okay, he put some tape out there. Okay, he showed some strides in games. But what the hell did Sam Howell
He played
do?
one
I
game.
can't even speak. I'm frustrated.
He played one game.
He played
One
one
game.
game,
One game.
and that makes him better than BY9.
BY9. I don't like that nickname. We got to come up with a better one. I don't like it. BY9.
Youngin.
I
I
don't
call him
like it.
Youngin.
I don't like that either. We go workshop some things, but
We'll
yeah.
workshop, but my point is, okay, I get it. I get it. People say all the time, a rookie is a rookie for a reason, and we don't know what they got until we see it on the field and in the film room and on game day. But on paper, just from a talent standpoint, Bryce Young is better than almost half the quarterbacks you just named on paper, just from a talent standpoint. Like if you're taking these 16 quarterbacks in the NFC and you are looking to build your franchise from the ground up, you can't tell me
Oh,
you.
now I will say that's not fair because Bryce Young has youth on his side. If we were saying just for one season,
Well, okay, but youth is not even my point though.
okay,
Like it's not even about the age; it's about the talent.
okay,
Talent wise, as a passer, I would take Bryce Young. I mean, I'm not going to be stupid. I wouldn't take him over Dak. I wouldn't take him over Jalen Hurts. I can argue I would take him over Derek Carr and
yeah,
Jared Goff.
yeah. I'll give you
I can
Derek
argue.
Carr.
I'm not saying.
I like golf. I don't know why. I just like
I mean,
him.
I like Stafford, but I mean, I'm not taking Stafford over Bryce Young.
Hey. Let's not get
He's
crazy.
past his prime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying, like for one
Okay,
season,
yeah.
if we're just saying
But
one
even
season,
so, one season, I still ain't taking. I ain't.
I
I'm a big believer in Bryce, man.
I
You
agree.
knew this about me. I was pounding the
Yeah,
table for him 3 months
yeah.
ago.
Yeah, if it was just one season, I'm not taking Daniel Jones over Bryce Young in any capacity. I'm not. First of all, my first red flag on this list, Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Well,
You know how I feel about Brock Purdy.
all due respect to Niner Nation, if he was on any other team, he wouldn't have done what he did last year.
I'm gonna just say it,
Let's keep
bro.
it a buck
I'm gonna just say
because the
it.
49ers are one of the most talented rosters in the league.
I'm gonna just say it. Brock Purdy ass.
He is.
He trash, bro. He's
He plays well within the Shanahan system. But the thing is with that, there's a lot of quarterbacks who play well in the Shanahan system.
hell. We're about to watch Sam Darnold play well in the Shanahan system. We're about to see it. We're
We're
about to
about to
see
see
it.
Trey Lance. Trey Lance has been taking all the first team reps.
Hey man, yeah, but Sam Darnold, man. Panthers legend.
I'm
Uh,
disrespecting.
so
If
so
you disrespect my squad.
so that's my first red flag. My second red flag is he has Geno Smith and Derek Carr over Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I'm not like now you can either if you don't like Kyler Murray, that's your preference. I get it. It's your
Yeah.
flavor. You don't like him, you don't like him. But Kyler Murray is a really, really, really good NFL quarterback.
Hmm.
And if we were doing it for one season or even for the future, I'm taking Kyler Murray over Daniel Jones. I'm taking him over Geno. I'm taking him over Jared Goff. I'm taking him over Derek Carr. I'm taking him over Matthew Stafford and Kirk Cousins.
Hmm.
So I don't understand how he could be. What has what has Kirk Cousins done that Kyler Murray hasn't? They both went to uh, the same level of the playoffs. They went to the divisional round. That's it. What, why are people like treat like they're giving Kirk Cousins like the uh he's getting the Phillip Rivers, you remember because back in the day when it was Tom Brady versus versus Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, everyone was conversating like, oh hey, Phillip Rivers is good too. I feel
Hmm.
like we're giving him that kind of a that kind of a pedestal, and I don't think that's warranted. Is he a good NFL quarterback? Yes, he is, but and tier two with Dak,
I don't think that highly of him. I'm gonna be honest, because I don't feel like Kirk Cousins is a game changer for any NFL team.
yeah,
I mean, because you look at what Dak has done with the Cowboys since he's been there, he's always been a vital part of what they do on offense. Like if Dak is off and they are not throwing the ball well, the
they're gonna,
Cowboys are not very good.
yeah, and not only are they gonna lose, they're gonna lose badly.
Hmm.
And it brings me to probably my hottest take. I don't think it's a hot take, but some might think it is. Jalen Hurts is not a better NFL quarterback than Dak Prescott. That
Yeah.
is a hill I will die on. He is not. Is he a better runner with the football? Is he more dynamic as a runner? Yes.
Oh yeah, obviously.
But hell, Justin Fields is just as dynamic, if not even more dynamic, and he's in tier four. Now, I will say, the thing that's holding Justin Fields back is probably that one play before the half and uh versus the Lions, and the Lions sat back in zone coverage, and yeah, he threw a interception.
Yeah,
He didn't touch it.
yeah, that was bad.
That's a yeah, that was ooh, woof.
But I mean, realistically, if we're talking in the numbers and ability, I have a hard time believing that there's 15 other quarterbacks in the NFC that are better than Bryce Young,
I would agree with that.
much less 10, arguably 10.
Yeah, I
And
would
I'm not trying to be hot takey. I'm not trying to like debate. I'm just saying like from my perspective on just talent alone, the NFC is not that great at quarterback right now as it stands today. Now,
yeah.
obviously, when the season starts, week 4, week 5, maybe I'm feeling different, but right now, I don't see it.
Yeah,
And Kyle Brandt's list is
yeah. And,
crap.
and I think it's more so his flavor, like I don't want to say flavor of the week, but it's more so his style, what he's looking for in a quarterback. Because remember, like we talked about, prior to the draft, a lot of teams and a lot of people were scared off from the fact that
Hmm.
uh Bryce Young is 5'10", he's sub 200 pounds, and he's going to be a franchise quarterback. So I think that scares a lot of people. And some of these guys who've been around the game for a long time, they want their quarterback 6'3", 6'4",
Hmm.
210. So I don't think it's indicative of talent. I think it's more so they haven't seen it be done yet, so they're a little on the fence about it.
Yeah. Yeah, which I mean that's fine, but put guys like Baker Mayfield,
Yeah.
who was
Yeah.
just in Carolina, and I know it was a different coaching staff, but like I did you see the highlights of OTAs in Tampa? So I watched your video this morning, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, this quarterback situation in Tampa is trash.
It's not good. It's
It's
not
a
good.
dumpster
It's
fire.
not good, bro. Like that's why I'm saying that's why I said best case scenario they may hit 8 games. Worst case scenario they're playing for the top. They
They're
could
going
get
to be
in.
splitting. Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield are going to be rotating games like baseball teams rotate pitchers.
I hope to God they don't because I do not want to see a scenario where Kyle Trask takes NFL snaps in a NFL regular season game. I don't.
Ready for it.
It if they thought that highly of him, like I said in the last game of the season last year against my Falcons, they played Blaine Gabbert over him after they pulled Brady. Blaine Gabbert, what do you have to lose? You spent a second round pick on this guy. You might as well see what you got in him. And they thought enough to go, nah, I don't want to. I don't think so.
It just
Um,
shows you, I don't know. I don't want to get too far into the
yeah.
whole team organization, but it just shows you they don't have a pulse on where they need to go with this team at quarterback. And I part of me thinks it makes you wonder, did they anticipate Brady retiring
How could you not? He's like 46. you, you have to plan for life after Brady, man. You
going
like,
into the preseason as of right now, training camp, your quarterback battle is Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield. That's the best you could do. That's the best you could do. Really.
I mean,
I I don't buy that. I don't
you're not
something's
wrong.
not right, man.
You
It's almost like they're tanking. Like they want to lose this year.
That's the thing. I don't think they're bad enough to tank because their defense, if they're healthy, is one of the best defenses in the league. If they're healthy, but
I don't know. But as far as the rankings are concerned, you can't tell me Baker Mayfield, Sam Howell,
you know
I mean,
what?
even Jordan Love. Like, what has Jordan Love done?
I'm so glad you brought him up. Can we get into that a little bit? I
Yes.
don't like how these like this is not just Kyle Brandt, but a lot of other like prominent media figures have been putting out their list of NFC quarterbacks.
Mm.
And they either have Jordan Love at the middle of the pack or in the top 10 somewhere.
Yep.
What the hell has he done?
Exactly. That's my point.
What has he done? What I it boggles my mind that you can say, oh, uh, we're gonna put Desmond Ridder at the bottom because he hasn't shown enough, but we're gonna put Jordan Love in the middle or at the top, but we know he hasn't shown enough, but he has the potential.
I ain't seen it, and
I ain't seen it.
he's had more opportunities than Desmond Ritter,
Yeah, I just
with a better roster. Because
yeah
back when Jordan has been on the field, the Packers team was better than the Falcons.
yeah. It just blows my mind. I know. Well, I don't know. I don't want to get too far down this conspiracy hole, but I do think that a lot of these media figures were jumping out there and saying, "Hey, the Falcons are going to trade for Lamar Jackson. They're going to
Mm.
sign Lamar Jackson." And when we didn't do it, they collectively turned their backs on us and said the Falcons are stupid. They're gonna suck. They don't know what they're doing. They just want to lose. Shout out Joy Taylor. We got the receipts. We can't wait to pull it out for you after the season start.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, that's what I think is happening. Because there's like if that's your threshold for saying that, then fine. So if that's what you're saying, they haven't shown enough, so they need to be at the bottom. That means Desmond Ritter, Bryce Young, Jordan Love, Sam Howell should all be on the same tier
Yeah.
because they haven't shown enough.
Like you talk about rookie quarterbacks, like I mean, Sam Howell, Desmond, I mean, all the guys you just named, like they haven't shown anything. Like you said, like that doesn't make sense to have Your final tier is Bryce Young, but then all the quarterbacks ahead of him, arguably half of them are not even as talented as he is.
Hmm.
I don't know. I made the statement a month or two ago about Bryce being top 10 in the NFC. I stand by that. I think solely from a talent standpoint. I'm not saying what he's done in the league because obviously he hasn't done anything yet, but just from a talent standpoint, I have a hard time buying that I would take 15 other quarterbacks over him.
Okay. So why don't we can rank them ourselves. You give me your rankings of them, and I'll retort with mine. So
We doing
uh
top
yeah, we'll do 10 because no one gives a shit about
the back end of the
yeah
rank. Yeah.
yeah.
I think for me, right now, just based off of last season, um, Jalen Hurts is my number one.
Okay.
I mean, you can debate him and Dak just from a passer standpoint, but Jalen did take strides last year as a passer, and that's something that people don't give him enough credit for. I feel like a lot of people still get caught up on his rushing ability. Like, yes, he's a phenomenal runner, but as a passer, he grew so much and really improved his trajectory as a passer and going forward.
Hmm.
So Jalen Hurts is definitely my number one. Number two, I'm going Dak.
Hmm.
I think Dak has proven that he's one of the top three or four quarterbacks in the NFC year in and year out. Um, Number three, I mean, I know you mentioned Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna go Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff had a better season last year when you talk about just the roster that he had to work with compared to the Vikings.
Yeah.
Uh, like, yeah, the Vikings had the better receiving core, but also the Vikings took away Jared Goff's tight end.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they did.
and Amon-Ra St. Brown was injured for a portion of the season. DJ Chark didn't always play every game. And Jared Goff was still able to keep the Lions competitive. And he had a good statistical season. So I'll
Hmm.
put Jared Goff number three.
Okay.
So what's your top three?
Okay. My top three, I got Dak, I got Jalen Hurts, and I got Kyler Murray.
Yeah, yeah,
I got
yeah.
Kyler, man. I know a lot of people want to talk down on him because he don't read his playbook and he play Call of Duty. But when he does read his playbook, he's one of the most electric uh quarterbacks in the NFL.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's what I got. For number four for me, I got I got Justin Fields, man. I don't care. I don't care. I got Fields. Call me crazy. The things he can do on the football field, the impact he can have on a game with his legs, if he can just get to, a good portion, if he can get to half of the impact he has with his legs to have on a game with his arm, the Bears will be in the playoffs sooner
Yeah.
rather than later.
Oh yeah.
Um, Five, I got golf. You know, I might flip four. I might flip golf and Fields. I feel more comfortable with that. I go four golf. I go five Fields. I go six Kirk Cousins. I go seven Derek Carr. I go eight Matt Stafford. I go nine Gino, and I go 10. I don't want to because I don't like him as a player, but I gotta go Daniel Jones. Don't like it.
I don't like that
Yeah,
either.
yeah, that last spot is interchangeable with anybody else. The 10th spot can be up for grabs as soon as mid-season once I see what I need to see out of some players.
Fair enough. That's fair. My number four was going to be Kyler.
Hmm.
My number five is Justin Fields. From a dynamic standpoint, he's one of the best
Yeah,
like runners of the football.
he took over games with his legs.
Mhm.
Like, and the thing about it was, you knew it was coming. You just couldn't stop it.
the Bears, that's all they could do last year was run. They couldn't throw.
Bro. Like these teams were bringing in like they were crowding the box,
Yeah.
doing it. They were engaging eight on the blitz. They engaged eight like on Madden. We was in the house, and
Yep.
he was still getting the edge, turning the corner, and going for 80, 80, 60, 50 yards for a touchdown. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Number 6 would be Kirk Cousins for me. 7, Matthew Stafford. Stafford's still valuable. I know he's older in the tooth and he's injury prone, but when he's healthy, he is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
Um, so that's 7. 8, who have I not said? Derek Carr.
Hmm.
Derek Carr is one. I can't argue with Gino because he did win Comeback Player of the Year.
Hey, he didn't write back. My
Yeah,
boy
he
did
didn't write
not
back.
write back.
Yeah, they try to write him off. He ain't right back.
That's the coldest line I think
One
I've
of the
heard in the
coldest, the
NFL.
iciest lines I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
yeah, it was. Ooh, yeah. He need to sell shirts with that. I don't know if he does it already, but he needs to.
Number 10.
Go ahead, throw your boy on that, man, because you're not gonna put Daniel Jones above him, and
And
I can't. I don't blame you. Just for
I'm
just for me, I haven't seen enough to even put my guy there yet. So
yeah.
I just need to see it. Like once the regular season start, I can we'll revisit this and make
We're
another.
gonna we're gonna re-rank our top 10 quarterbacks in the NFC by week 6. Um, I'm going Bryce Young, man. I just think he is set up for success with everything that's in place, the talent, the roster, the coaching staff. I think I'm not going to be regretting these words. I think he's the 10th best quarterback in the NFC.
All right, you heard it here, folks.
Number 11, if I had a number 11, it would be I don't know. I don't like Danny Dimes. I
I
can't even
don't
put
like him either, but I had no choice. He took his team to the playoffs last year and he got a playoff win. I don't want to do it either. I think he is a mediocre passer at best. I think he's a plus athlete when in space, but I I want my
he's
quarterback to
just
be a
so
quarterback
dull.
sometimes.
He's so boring.
And
He's a great
also,
runner, but he's a boring passer.
that's because he missed half his targets, man.
I'm saying that's why I can't even rank him in my top 11.
I have to. I had to. He took his team to the playoffs. He played well in that playoff game. I can't fault him. Uh,
That's yeah.
Brian Dayball is doing the Lord's work over there. He turned someone who we thought was going to be cut or released, or
I
you know,
thought I thought he was gonna be released.
yeah, I thought they wasn't going to resign him. It was looking, like Daniel Jones was heading towards Busville population. Ryan Leaf and uh Jameis,
Marcus,
yeah, Jameis
Brady Quinn.
Winston. Is Jameis Winston a bust? I think he's a bust.
I mean, he did have over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, yeah. That's harsh. I don't want to say bust because he's still playing, and
He's the
he's.
only 30 for 30.
Hey, I like James though. I'll take that back. I'm sorry, James. I rock with you, man.
Eat
I
that
rock.
dub.
Yeah,
Eat
eat
that
a W. You're
dub.
right. You're right. Hey, I'm tripping. Hey, I'm rocking with James. Famous James, man. Eat a W. He brought
Yeah,
the swag. He brought the swag back to Florida State, man. I'm
yeah.
tripping. I'm tripping.
Remember when they had Kelvin Benjamin back then and Devontae Freeman?
Yeah, yeah, I want to apologize to James right now. I forsaken you, man. I ain't gonna do that no more, brother.
He's a former national champion.
I know, I know. And he took, yeah, yeah.
Didn't he win the Heisman that year too?
I think he did. I think he did win the
Sure
Heisman.
he did. Or
Yeah,
was that Mariota?
Mariota ain't win no Heisman, did he?
I don't remember.
If he
It's
do,
been
he need. Hey, look, after if he did win it, he need to mail it back. After I saw him throw a pass from his ass, he need to go ahead and.
he was great in college, man. He was great in college.
Mm,
But I mean, college is a different beast.
yeah.
But I know people are going to disagree with me putting Daniel Jones behind Bryce Young, but I just can't do it, man. I don't feel like he's better than Bryce. He had more team success than some of these other quarterbacks last year, but that don't mean he's a better quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean, because
yeah,
statistically, he won't that great.
yeah. I think he threw like 15 touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying. I
That's
don't feel
not
that
good.
bad.
It's
I
not-
don't. I don't feel that bad to put him number 10. I'm
I,
sorry.
I, I gotta put Danny Dimes 10, but I feel dirty about it. I need to take a
I don't
shower.
want to feel dirty, so I ain't doing
I don't feel good.
it.
I don't feel good about it. And on the off chance that any New York Giants fans are watching this, I don't know why you are, because it's the NFC South, hence the title, Kings of the South. But if you are watching this, fight me. He's
Antonation,
he's
stand up.
he's not good, man. I don't.
BY9, baby.
God, we're gonna have to come up with a new nickname. I don't. I
I
don't
just want
like.
to say it because it's funny. It
Yeah,
makes me laugh.
yeah, but yeah, y'all fans was on Twitter going wild, like tweeting that out, like, yeah, BY9. I was like, please
Why
don't do that.
not?
Please, please, let's do something else.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's my top 10, though, man. I'm sticking to it. I'm putting Bryce number 10. I said he's top 10. I'm giving him number 10. I ain't going higher than that. He got to earn it.
I'm
But
with him.
honestly, once you get past like the top eight,
That's why I said once I got past 9, I'm like, yeah, you can,
I
if
mean,
you,
who did I have at nine? I said Gino. I
yeah.
mean, besides last year, Gino's career has been
Oh,
mediocre at best.
hold on now. He was balling in the early days for the Jets, man. He was balling. He was. Who did he have? What help he have?
I ain't getting into this.
If you could name me
Hey,
one
hey,
of
guess
Geno
what?
Smith's
Hey,
teammates,
Ryan Fitzpatrick also balled out in New York.
he
And where's
did. I ain't gonna call him a scrub either. Like some people will say, oh, he
I
was a
mean, I'm not
career
gonna say he's a
backup. No,
scrub,
he was
but
nice.
I'm just saying Gino's another Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's it.
Nah, Geno is better than Ryan Fitzpatrick. He is better. I'm not going for that slander. We will not have it. My man went to West Virginia and took them to bowl games, man. You know how hard that is, West Virginia?
Hey, you know how hard it is to win at Oregon, and Mariota did it.
No, it's not hard. Working. It's hard to win now because of the coaching staff, but
I
and
mean,
also your quarterback is Bo Nix, so yeah.
apparently people are high on him.
Uh, the people that are high on him are high, so yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So yeah,
Fair enough.
man. That's gonna conclude that portion of the show. Before we get out of here, man, it's a new week. You know what that means, man. First thing first,
Do it.
we gotta pour one out.
Yeah.
And this week, uh we're gonna cross genres again, cross sports, and we're gonna pour one out for the Boston Celtics, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna pour one. Now,
Miami.
I will say it was very admirable that they came back from 3-0. It's
It was
very
cute.
admirable.
It was cute.
But the way they lost game
Story.
7, the way they lost game 7 on the very first play of the game, Jason Tatum sprains his ankle, and it
Yeah.
was all downhill from there, folks.
I don't wish injuries upon anybody, but I wasn't complaining when I seen he got hurt.
Yeah, the game was over. I want to say with like 3 to 4 minutes left in the second quarter when they the Heat went on that tear with Caleb Martin, and it was like bucket after bucket. I'm like, oh, okay, oh, okay, oh, okay, oh, yeah. It was over. They never recovered, folks.
Yeah, Caleb Martin was making threes that I didn't even realize were threes until the scoreboard changed.
Do you know where he's from? Caleb
He
Martin.
he got drafted by Charlotte, didn't he?
And
Or he was
no,
undrafted.
he was undrafted. His brother got drafted by Charlotte. They're from Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Shout out to Trey Foe, man. Yeah, y'all got one, man.
Hey
But
man,
we from Fayetteville, so we got J. Cole. That's all we need. Checkmate, baby. Checkmate.
that's
Uh,
fair.
But yeah, also, Jalen Brown. We're gonna highlight you a little bit, brother.
Ooh,
They
yeah.
they, they are talking crazy about you.
I've been hearing some stuff, some good, some really
I'm
bad.
hearing terrible things. They're saying he is a 6'8" Russell Westbrook,
Yeah.
and not the good kind, not the one that
People,
won MVP.
who was it? It wasn't Shaq. Was it Shannon? I think it might
It
have
was
been Shannon.
Shannon Sharp. Yeah, yeah,
He said I found the worst ball handling in the NBA.
yeah.
It's
It's
no longer
bad.
Russell Westbrook.
It's bad. And, and when you really think about, the Celtics season, how it started, how they fired their coach due to an alleged scandal with uh, I don't even know what she was on the team. What was she like
Female employee,
yeah, female employee. Started out
front
with that.
office. I think she was an employee in the front office.
Yeah. And they started from that they're gonna have to do something to that team. I think it's time for uh
Change.
Jalen Brown to say his goodbyes to Boston and run off to greener pastures. Uh I just don't think uh that unit is conducive for success at this point. So yeah.
They gotta get someone in there who knows how to handle Miami's zone because the Celtics have struggled against the Heat for the last 2 years now. They got lucky last year in Game 7, and
Mhm,
Jimmy Butler called his shot and said, "We're gonna
mhm,
be back here next year and we're gonna win
mhm,
it." And look where we're at. I am a Miami Heat fan, by the way, for those of you who don't know. And I am very proud that we are in the finals, and I am very proud that we beat the Celtics.
mhm.
I was a little frustrated and nervous because when they forced that Game 7, I was upset.
Yeah, that was a hell of a game. That
It
was
was, but it was a fluky win. We all know that.
yeah. It
It was,
was
it was great. It was a great play, but it
yeah.
was a fluky win.
Yeah, it's evident from the Game 7 scoreboard that it was a fluke. But nonetheless, congrats to the Heat. We're gonna
Yeah.
pour one out for Boston, man.
One
Um,
last thing to that. Did you know
okay.
that they had already booked their flight to Denver before the game?
I saw that. I saw
You know
that.
how arrogant you got to be
Hey, you
to do
gotta
something like that?
hey, you playing in the NBA, you have to be arrogant. If not,
I love it.
you might well go
I
play
love
at the
it.
YMCA if you don't believe that your team is the best.
I love it, man.
Yeah. So now that we, got pour one out the way, it's time for probably our favorite segment,
Now bad.
the Down Bad Award.
Can't
And
wait
I,
for this.
yeah, TJ and I spoke about this briefly yesterday prior to recording. So when I say who is receiving this week's Down Bad Award, we're both in unison. This week's Down Bad Award goes to the Las Vegas Raiders. And unless you've been living under a rock, but if you are, allow us to enlighten you. The reason why we're giving the Las Vegas Raiders the Down Bad Award is because their prize free agent signing, Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterback, this projected starting quarterback, has failed his physical
Yep.
and he has to take another physical. And if
Four
he
trips
fa-
camp.
yeah, and if he fails that physical, his contract will be voided and he will be a free agent. And the Las Vegas Raiders will be trotting out Brian Hoyer or what's the other guy? Aiden
And
O'Connell.
O'Donnell.
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell. Who cares? From Purdue, the rookie quarterback. Who cares? Um, you know, I noticed bad things tend to happen to Josh McDaniels wherever he goes. I'm not saying he's cursed, but I'm not saying he's not cursed either.
He's
You
cursed.
you gave
I'll say it.
you gave a lot of money to this man, Jimmy Garoppolo, after you already
Yeah.
in the media in front of your players, in front of the fans, disrespected probably one of the best quarterbacks in recent memory of your franchise's history, and
Yep.
Derek Carr, to the point where you release him. First, not only did you release him, you said, "Hey, we want to trade you. So if you could take a pay cut so that we can trade you so we can get value for you."
Yeah.
Which, he got benched for Jarrett Stidham. You
Yep.
benched him for Jarrett Stidham
Yep.
and his what would have been his final home game. You benched him, so you alienated your fan base by doing that. You also alienate your fan base by not swinging for one of the quarterbacks in the draft,
Yep. Which
which
they could have done.
you could have done it. They were there,
They were what,
and
6 or 7?
they were picking seven, but they had assets. They could have traded up.
Yeah. You do what you got to do to get your quarterback.
Yeah. So you did that. You signed Jimmy G to I say a staggering contract because it's Jimmy G, but some people say that that's the norm in the NFL nowadays.
Yeah.
And to top it off, he may not play for you. He may not suit up because of his foot injury.
Ah.
I
Uh,
that management, the front office, I have no idea what they do sometimes. But if he can't play, they're going in the down bad Hall of Fame. They're going to be the first entry.
I mean, yeah, they've lost. They've had a lot of bad things happen to them over the years,
Can't catch
from
a break.
Marcus to freaking, you know, the years they got rid of John Gruden after they brought him back and signed that 10-year deal, and they had hired what's his name from NFL Network as a GM, Mike Mayock.
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
mean, the Damon Arnett was their
Yeah.
corner of Ohio State, and now
Yeah.
he's on.
He's
Henry
in
Ruggs,
yeah, they're in jail, bro.
they're both in prison. Like, and then you got your best player, Devonte Adams, who quietly behind the scenes doesn't even want to be there anymore. Like, he got rid of his teammate, Derek Carr, who he was very good friends with. That was the whole reason he went to Vegas, was because Derek Carr was the quarterback and they played together at Fresno State. And then Josh McDaniels is just like, oh, screw it. I don't care about your friendship and who you want as your quarterback. It's my team. And you're just sending the wrong message. I just feel like he's being what Bill Belichick is. And a lot of players don't want to play for Belichick for that sole reason. I don't want to be a part of your team because it's all about your way or the highway. And it's like, that only
Yeah.
works when you're winning.
Yeah. It only works for Bill because he won, I don't know what, 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
If he didn't have that, it wouldn't work. Um, yeah, they the person I feel bad for the most is Devontae Adams
Yeah.
because you sold him a dream.
Yeah.
He signed off. He could have went to any team he wanted. Make
Mhm.
no mistake about it. There was no lack of suitors for Devontae Adams when he was available.
He almost ended up in, I think it was either Buffalo or I want to say Los Angeles.
You get him over there on the sole dream that, hey, we're gonna have your college quarterback and one of your best friends in the world. We're gonna pair you together,
Yep.
and you guys are gonna be our offense, and we're gonna go as far as you take us. And not even a year into that, it wasn't even a year into that. You put him on the bench
Yep.
for Jarrett Stidham and let him know that he will not be back under any circumstance the following year.
Yep.
What's the point? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Also, what I don't understand what they're doing. Like they're not contenders.
No. Not in that division.
Nowhere near. I just feel bad for Devontae Adams. Down bad award goes to Vegas. Also goes to Jim. No, it can't go to Jimmy G. Jimmy G getting that bag. He got a 70. What what is it? What is this? A 3 year, $72 million contract? 33 million fully guaranteed.
Yeah. They have to pay a portion of it.
Yeah,
They have no choice. So, I mean, even if he doesn't stay, I mean, okay. So if anybody watches this and they're like, "Oh, he's gonna pass and this and that," okay. Even if he does pass, the whole point of this segment is that the Raiders organization is dysfunctional, and this shows it. There's a reason a lot of teams didn't want to sign Jimmy G. They wanted to see him pass a physical before they would sign him. And
yeah,
the Raiders were one of the few teams who were willing
yeah,
to wait it out to training camp because you're required by training camp to be able to pass a physical to be a part of the roster,
yeah.
especially if you're a new player. So they were willing to wait it out. Obviously, that's the decision they made as an organization. But instead of investing all this money, you could have easily just sent the assets to the Cardinals at 3 and traded up and got Anthony Richardson.
Or sign a quarterback in free agency. You know,
I mean,
Jacoby Brissett was there. You know, no injury history.
yeah.
I mean, he's not a proven winner like Jimmy G is, but at this point, it's just
Sam
a
Darnold. Sam
yeah,
Darnold's a free agent.
yeah. It's just a bad return on investment because even like you said, even passes the if he passes the physical and plays this season, there is a waiver in his contract that if he ever gets hurt again because of that foot, like
Yeah.
if that foot gets hurt again and he has to miss time, they can void his contract.
After 1 year.
And that's how bad that injury is. So why would you? That's bad business. Why would you take
Because he's
a
also what, 32, 33?
32? Yeah,
Yeah, he's not young. He's been injury prone his whole career in the NFL. I mean, look back when he was in New England and then when he first got to San Francisco, he missed a whole season because of a knee injury.
yeah. You could
So
have
I
you could have easily traded for Ryan Tannehill and had him at a cheaper rate.
he was available.
He's still available. Yeah,
mean, I don't know. I get the idea of having a guy, and I understand he's a Josh McDaniels guy because he played with him in New England, but there was just too many red flags about the situation. And I don't think it really helps him, that, you know, Devontae was so close with Derek Carr. It makes you wonder how well him and Jimmy G are going to get along.
Devontae Adams. It would not surprise me if he's traded by the trade deadline.
I mean, yeah, especially if the Raiders are
Bad,
losing week in and week out.
which we think they will be.
Yeah.
Um,
They're in the toughest division in football, man. The AFC West is super super stacked. I mean, the Broncos have Sean Payton now, so I'm never going to count the Broncos out, and they still have Russell Wilson, who
yeah,
also is looking in great shape right now.
yeah. Let's do the Sierra though. Shout out to Russ, man. You winning, boy. That boy winning.
Pat
You know
Mahomes
what I'm
and
saying?
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
stacked conference.
Yeah. It sucks to be the Las Vegas Rams. Well, not Rams.
Raiders,
Well, Raiders. Yeah.
Las Vegas
It's been a
Raiders.
long day. Well, the Rams, Raiders, they both gonna suck this year. So, you know,
That
they both gonna be picking inside the top 10. So
is fair.
well, if the Rams keep their first round pick this year, we don't know. They could get antsy and trade it like they always do. So
That's true.
yeah. I figured that's a good place to leave it, folks. I think we had a healthy amount of closure here. We got some things off our chest.
We
Uh,
did. We
you
did.
got
First day
to,
back, you know.
yeah, you got to speak about, certain quarterbacks and certain rankings of said quarterbacks. So,
I agree.
yeah, I think we're in
It's
a
good.
good place. And I also think we're going to come at you again next week, folks.
Oh yeah.
Um, we got some things to talk about. We got a lot of things to talk about. Um, we're not gonna get into it on here. This is what they call in the biz a cliffhanger. But
Cliffhanger.
yeah, we will talk to you again really, really
Unbreakable.
soon. Yeah, follow the leader, baby. Follow the leader. Yeah, man. But TJ, anything you got to say to the folks?
No, man, I'm good. I'm just excited to be recording again, and glad glad the season's around the corner.
Oh yeah, baby. Can't wait.
We're heading into June.
We almost there, man.
We are. We're almost there.
Preseason football in what, 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, time flying, man.
Yep. In about 62 days or something.
Yeah, man.
So the countdown begin.
Yeah. The the
I'm
road to
excited.
the road to week 1.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I will
man.
not be there, but I will be on my couch.
Yeah, I will too. I will be there in spirit, because
Yes.
that's a 6 hour drive. I would do it, but I kind of don't want to.
Yeah. I'd rather watch it on the TV, man, because you know, it's week one.
Yeah.
You want to
I
watch all the games, really. I
yeah.
mean, you want to see your team, but you also want to see other teams play too.
Oh yeah, Sunday ticket, baby.
Yeah, YouTube
Sunday
TV.
ticket. Yeah. It's on the way. It's on the way.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you got fantasy football coming up too.
Oh yeah.
Got to defend my chip. Got to defend the belt.
You
Just
just
so you
could
know who
you,
don't know, I am the champ. The champ is here.
they didn't need to know. You just couldn't help yourself, huh?
Couldn't help myself. And
I
don't worry,
figured.
next video I'll have the belt up here with me. I don't have it
Please,
right now,
please
but
don't. Please.
I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of
Yeah.
fantasy football.
Yeah. So yeah, folks, that's our time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just want to say thank y'all for the support. We want you to keep liking, keep subscribing, keep getting the word out. I've noticed a good little uptick in our usual views and subscribers and followers and stuff like that. And I in part think it's due to the pod being seen on Chris Sims Unbuttoned. But it also could be word of mouth. So, whatever y'all doing, keep doing it. We appreciate it. We appreciate the love and support.
Yep.
Like I said, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok. Like I said in the last video, folks, we have a TikTok now.
We
So
do.
we're gonna be getting more active on social media as the season draws closer. Uh
Sure.
so yeah, we just want to thank y'all, man. Also, look us up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, wherever you get your podcasts from. We're there too. Just keep riding with us, folks. We're going in the right direction, and we just want y'all to be along for the ride, man.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get out of here. That's TJ. I'm Corey. Till next time.